Hi, Arthur Chadbourne once again. Thanks for all the email. I really appreciate you writing into me and asking me questions. I appreciate that a lot. One of the biggest questions and most frequently asked is, how do I do a chart if I don't know the time somebody's born? Well, we have to make a different arrangement. And I think I've come up with a solution to that. Years ago, about 40 years ago, I wanted to learn basically, where did all this begin? What about astrology? Why did it start? Who used it? And how did they probably do their chart systems? How did they figure it out? And I came up with the idea that obviously you can't see the stars during the daytime, so they must have waited till sunset and watched from sunset to sunrise to see exactly what was going on in the heavens. Well, it makes a lot of sense because a lot of cultures today still use the sunset as their time of new day. So if we continue to do that, we can have an idea as to what to look for if we make some adjustments. Now behind me, my chart shows that there are 12 segments. Each of these segments has the value of 2 hours time, hence 12 houses in the astrology wheel. It's not by accident that came about. As you can see, the sun, the picture of the sun right behind me on the horizon, which is this point right here, that horizon point is what you would see if you were looking at the Earth over the ocean. In other words, that would be the bottom stop. That's where the ocean would rise and the sky would meet it. That's your horizon line. And give me a moment, I'll show you how this works. The sun at sunset will revolve around the heavens, or at least appear to be. So every 2 hours time, the sun will have shifted to a new point. So here we have 8 o'clock at night. Here we have 10 o'clock at night. Here we have midnight. Then we have 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we'll have 4 o'clock in the morning, and then pretty soon here we get sunrise. Now sunrise goes to 8 o'clock. This is during the day now. Naturally the sun's above the horizon. Here we are at 10 o'clock, and now we're at noon. Straight up. Okay, then we go to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and once again back to sunset. So you can see basically that we can tell pretty much the time by a chart if we just look at that and try to figure out where the sun is during its diurnal motion. Now, here's where the good part comes. Each house is worth 6 years of life. So every 5 degrees of each one of those black dots you see is worth 1 year of life. So if a person, when they're born, we start at sunset the day before they were born, then we would say that this is their 0 point. They're just coming on the planet. And they grow. There's about 3 years. And then when it gets to that line right there, here we see 6 years old. Then we come on a little further. Here we see them at 12 years old. And when it comes down to the very bottom, here we see they're now 18 years old. Then we see they're 24 years old. And then we move it on up around to 30 years old, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, and then 72. So here I have an idea and a way in which I can age a chart and make the chart apply to somebody whose age we're looking for. So let's say that somebody just turned 24 years old and they're having a crisis in their life, or they're having a real good time in their life, or whatever they're doing in their life. I can simply turn a chart to 24 years of age, and now I see a chart as it applies to them in their daily living. Kind of neat, isn't it? This is called the sunset method, and you will need to remember this as we go along, because we're going to be doing more and more charts using this particular method, as a lot of the celebrities we might talk about won't tell us their birth time. Those that do, we'll start with an actual chart and still show you some things. At any rate, this is called the sunset chart, and we'll take this up one more step in a few more videos. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for listening.